Hey everybody, I am Elisha Christopher. Thanks for tuning in. It is another beautiful day in the garden, and I want to begin as always with a breath. So first, if you will, just exhale and take a deep breath in and let go. And so in today's video, I want to remind you to just breathe. That if I could offer one simple practice that is easy and anyone can engage in, it's to develop a relationship with your breath. That so many of us, as we move throughout the day, even as I'm talking now, I observe this in myself, as we move throughout the day, we really only breathe into the upper 10% of our lungs. And that it's only when we stop and say take an intentional breath, or when we breathe on purpose, like in meditation, that we really breathe deeply into the full capacity of our lungs and use the muscle of the diaphragm and expand the rib cage, and that really pushes the oxygen deeper into our blood and extracts in a deeper way all of the buildup and the waste product and the excess gases that have built up in our body through its processes are exhaled then on the exhale. And that it is really the process of deep breathing that really does clean and cleanse our entire body. It cleans our blood, it cleans our cells, it oxygenates and wakes up our brain. That it is that flood of oxygen through breath that is our life force energy that really keeps us invigorated and awake. And if we're not paying attention to that breath, it's really easy for us to breathe relatively shallow. And breathing shallow over time can have a lot of really damaging effects on the body. And it can cause us to age a lot faster. It can cause us to not really have a lot of energy. And I've been a long time meditator at this point in my life. And when I was young, I came across a book called Being Peace by Thich Nhat Hanh. And Thich Nhat Hanh is a Vietnamese Buddhist monk. And he teaches a form of meditation that really focuses on breath as the essence of the practice. He says that meditation is not about clearing your mind, having no thoughts, or even making your mind be still. Meditation is not necessarily even about sitting and being still. Meditation is about observing your breathing and breathing on purpose. It's about taking 2 minutes or 30 seconds or 5 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever you are capable or comfortable of doing, and just sitting down for a moment and focusing on some deep breaths. That if you breathe in fully through your nose deeply and then exhale through your mouth, that you are breathing oxygen into your body, oxygenating all of your cells and your blood supply and really invigorating your physical being. And then when you exhale, you release all that's been built up in the body that doesn't serve, that needs to be let go of. And it's only when we really exhale all the way that we can push some of those deeper toxins out of our system. And when one takes time every single day to breathe deeply on purpose, in and out for a period of minutes, it really assists in the cleansing and the rejuvenation of our body, in the balancing of our blood pressure, in the sort of cleaning of our cells, in the cleaning of our skin, that it also oxygenates the brain and makes us feel better. We can think more clearly. Oftentimes so much of what we experience in the struggle in our bodies is truly just from a lack of oxygen. And that if we could be breathing deeply on purpose more often, that we can lower our stress levels, we can purify the body of the cortisol that's released from all the stresses of the world, that we are in a sense always under constant stress, especially in this interesting moment in history with the COVID-19 pandemic, that there is a sort of blanket of stress and fear on top of everything that most people are dealing with, which means that we need some serious stress management tools if we're going to get through this. And I think that one thing that anyone can do, no matter where you are, no matter what you believe, it's not even a religious or spiritual idea, it's just a reminder to just stop and breathe. To stop for a moment and breathe a little bit. And if we all stop and reflect and breathe in this time when the earth is quieter and we choose to be a little bit slower and humanity is a little bit quieter and we become willing to listen a little bit more, that instead of reacting, we choose to take a breath and then respond, that just that little breath can give us sometimes the clarity and the awareness that we need to approach an idea or a person or an individual or an opportunity or a moment differently. And so let's think of this entire time that we're all experiencing as a time to sort of breathe. It's a breath of fresh air, if you will, and literally the skies are becoming bluer around the planet. As humanity slows down, let us actually get the breath of fresh air that we need and breathe deeply every single day. Take time to either set a little alarm on your phone or pick, every time you do a certain activity, or just once or twice a day, just stop and take a deep breath. Take the time to attend to yourself by being aware of your breath, and also use your breath as a guide, as a metaphor. When you're breathing shallow and you're having a hard time catching your breath, what's taking your breath away? And that when you feel most at ease and when you are able to breathe most deeply, notice when that is. And find the flow in your life that allows you to find your breath, to find your own rhythm. The rise and the fall of the spirit of life within you is your breath itself. And so, if you will, take one more deep breath in with me. Breathe in. And let go. So thanks again. If you are enjoying what you're hearing, please subscribe to my channel, and if you would, share this with a friend, someone you think who might be willing to hear this, and I will see you tomorrow.